Breaking news at 11 in Lawrence County. One street in Clinton changed forever after massive flames ripped through several buildings. The fire was first reported around 5:30 this evening at the House of Pizza restaurant on Musgrove Street.
You can see the flames from miles away from our exclusive view from Sky 4 as Sky 4 arrived at the scene.
The fire then started to spread with black smoke rising from the block for several hours.
We have team coverage tonight in Clinton. Our team spoke with firefighters and local business owners who saw their stores go up in flames. Rashad Williams kicks off our team coverage live on Musgrove Street. Rashad, still a very active scene there tonight, right?
Yeah, Carol, it's just devastating. We've been here since around 6:30, and from what we've seen now, it's 11 o'clock. We know that downtown Clinton essentially will never be the same. The smoke that is filling the air right now is almost making it hard to breathe, so we can only imagine what some of the first responders have been through at this point. But not only the smell of the smoke in the vicinity, but the sights of the smoke. I want to show you here downtown Clinton again. Looks like something out of a movie. The visibility is low as fire crews continue to work at this point to try to actively put out some of the hot spots. The sidewalks also flooded from all of the water that they've had to use, and that's what we can see from my perspective here on the ground. Our Nate Stanley is on the other side of this fire scene. Nate, I know you have some additional information for us, but can you also share your perspective from where you are?
Rashad, standing here on the other side of the scene, you can just see the amount of work that these firefighters have put in today, with dozens of fire jackets as well as equipment sitting here from the exhausted firefighters. Those still working on the scene, we can see them spraying down the building still with water. Now we have exclusive Sky 4 video from earlier today as firefighters battled that blaze. This started sometime between 5 and 5:30 at the House of Pizza along Musgrove Street. We're told at one point the House of Pizza did collapse, hospitalizing one firefighter. Another firefighter was also injured but remained on scene. We're told, thankfully, there were no casualties. However, 4 businesses and buildings were lost, that due in part to the age of these buildings.
They are older buildings. The biggest issue we ran into was the fire spread through the basement.
Now the buildings here are historic, many of them 2 stories tall with a basement. Firefighters worked to contain the fire there at points tonight. The City of Clinton spokesperson tells us that the loss of the 4 buildings and businesses will be felt throughout the community.
It feels like we're losing a whole historic section of Clinton. You know, we're not that big, so we are familiar. At some point in time, we've been through those buildings. I remember when the House of Pizza was the dime store, when I used to go in there with my grandmother.
And the scene behind me is still very active, as you saw many people in the area still coming to grips with this news. Rashad?
Nate, thank you for that update. It's not just the business owners who are dealing with this, also the people who live here in Clinton, who call this place home, many of them telling me tonight that they've lost a piece of their childhood. Plumes of black smoke and flames in downtown Clinton.
Very devastating to see so many businesses get lost at one time.
A fire stamping a moment in time where people in this small town will remember exactly where they were when they got the news.
And I heard that it was the building beside us was on fire.
4 businesses engulfed after a fire started at House of Pizza, one of which was Hoyt Hanvey Jewelers. Kaylin McKittick says her grandfather owns it and she's an employee there. What are you thinking when you see this?
I think broken hearts because, I mean, I've been here 20 years and all I've known is House of Pizza and the jewelry store.
It's the eye doctor here that I attend to get my glasses from, and it also went up.
All the buildings right here are very important. They're all historical buildings. So it's sad to see these buildings go up in flames.
Just to give you another perspective from the ground, we've got smoke filling the air. We were able to see this on 385 several miles out before arriving. And of course, in a small town, word travels fast. We've seen a lot of people making phone calls, and I want to show you here, we've got people in the community coming out to get a look for themselves. However, the smoke in the air carries a message of resilience, and the locals say the town will bounce back.
It's a small town and that's really all we have.
Pray to God that everybody get this out safely with no injuries and no loss of life.
And unfortunately, while we were standing out here earlier, we saw the front of the pizza restaurant collapse, and we're told that 2 firefighters suffered minor injuries as a result of that collapse. Of course, we have a lot of questions, right? We know this fire is still under investigation, but when it comes to questions, business owners, as well as the people who live here, will wake up in the morning asking themselves the question of what's next. Nigel, Carol.
Rashad, thank you.